head to the pole. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
The race for the final six is on. Tonight the spotlight is on the Nuggets and the Rams. As the temperature rises in the Sal's NBL, so too does the pressure to win. No mai haramai, hello and welcome. Round 9. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Great to have you with us at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. Thursday night hoops, looking forward to this one. A southern stoush between the Nuggets and the Rams. Justin Nelson with you tonight, sitting right alongside me, raring to go as always. Brooke Rusco, good evening.
Good evening, you're right, round 9 already, you're blinking, we're already here, and that's probably a byproduct of the basketball that we have seen. The level has been great for 2022, and one thing that the Rams are looking for at this point of the season, a little bit of consistency, and you know, the Otago Nuggets about to settle in and have a good home push here as they wrap up the season.
Good crowd filing in for this one tonight. Let's have a look at the ladder at the moment in the Sal's NBL, and you'll see what all the excitement is about. It's the talk of the town, this competition. It is so tough. That ladder continues to move. The Saints and the Sharks down the bottom. The Saints with a coaching change during the week. But tonight we're looking at the Rams and the Nuggets. The Rams have lost their last 2.
Yeah, and they'll be looking forward to getting back out there this evening. You see the Southern Stoush, so it's going to be a massive clash. But you're right, Wellington Saints and Southland Sharks down the bottom there. Wellington massive shift, losing their coach, and now a lot of ownership goes onto the players to wrap up the season.
Games coming up in round 9. It is another very hectic schedule, of course. This one tonight, Tuatara and the Giants tomorrow night. How big is that one? Ayers and the Jets. Jets have won 4 of their last 5. Rams on the double down south. They take on the Sharks Saturday night, live on Sky Sport as always, and Prime on Saturday night. Sunday, 2 big games. Saints and Bulls on the return. We'll talk more about that later. Hawks and Giants to finish us off. That is a massive clash. The Rams, as we said, have lost their last 2. Let's have a look at their starting unit tonight. They've got a massive weekend coming up. Larry Austin is the new face in town out of Springfield, Illinois. He's come over from the British Basketball League in the UK. He gets a start tonight in his opening game. Taylor Brick, Max Darling, Mike Arena, Sunday Detch. How good has he been?
Oh, he has been absolutely terrific. 30 points and 8 steals. That's not a typo. We haven't said that wrong. 8 steals in his last outing, so you need to protect the ball when he's marking you.
Let's catch up with Coach Judd Flavel.
Kia ora, Judd. Now, you of all people know there's no easy games in this league, and following a loss to the Jets last week, what do you guys need to do to prepare for the Nuggets tonight?
Oh yeah, I think we learn our lessons about how hard you got to play and the energy that you got to bring. Yeah, we were flat against the Jets, and then we had some foul trouble as well. You know, we had a good week of training, and I think that's been probably the main thing that we've discussed as a team.
Cool. And of course, another new favourite tonight in the Rams. What can you tell us about Larry Austin and the role he'll be playing?
Yeah, Larry comes in, just an explosive guard that you know, can create hopefully easy opportunities for other people too. Yeah, and get after it on the defensive end, you know, and that's where we can pick up, I guess, a little bit of ground on the defense and just turn that into some easy points going the other way.
Awesome. Kia ora, Judd.
Kia ora.
Well, let's have a look at the home team, the Nuggets tonight. Their starting lineup, great win on the road last week against the top of the table Tuatara, Withers, Williams, Trey Boyd. Of course, what a debut he had last week. Aitchison and Timmins. It looks a really good starting unit.
Yeah, they welcomed him in, and you know, he took the place of Taj McCall, who we came over and expected to just blow this league out of the water, but I think he kind of bought his time, and he bought it a little bit too long, but now he's made his way to the NBA, and well, he's trialing over the NBA, and they welcomed him, Boyd, and he kind of gave them that X factor and that punch, I guess, that they were looking for on the offensive end. And you know, he worked in there extremely well with the other 2 import guards and big Sammy Timmins.
He's having a good season, he's Slam and Sam. Let's catch up with Coach Brent Matahare.
Nā mihi ki a koutou katoa, I tēnei rā, te rā I mua I te matariki.
Kia ora, Brent. Now, Coach, the guys are back at home and up against the Rams team, who are themselves eager for a win tonight. What do the Nuggets need to do to get a W?
Oh, it's really important that we take away their threats, especially the likes of Sunday Desh and Taylor Britt, and their big dogs inside as well. They've got a couple of new imports, which will be interesting to see how they roll out.
Nice. And you've had another full week with training with Trey Boyd, the new import. Do you feel like the group is now settling as we head toward the final 6? Yeah,
obviously we're trying to add bits and pieces and so on. So, I mean, we've got a 6-game home stretch for a while, only 2 away games left. So, we're looking to settle in and get our things sorted and make a real run at the playoffs.
Kia ora, Coach.
Of course, celebrating Marariki tomorrow, and some great words and welcoming there from Coach Brent Matahari. Let's have a look at the head-to-head for this one, because it is a tight tussle. Every game can just go either way. They both look after the ball. What I'm really looking towards here is the form of Sunday Dech, and he is one player that the Nuggets have to stop tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We just talked about it, coming off a 30-point performance, shooting the ball well. And, it's not just him. You welcome in their backcourt, their captain, Taylor Britt, and now Larry Austin, who, as I'm excited to see, looks explosive. And Coach Judd just said there before, defensively he's going to be a pest, I guess, for this Otago team. It has to be, because their guards are stars too.
The officials for this one tonight, as round 9 gets underway, a huge 4 days of Sal's NBL action coming your way. Melanie O'Connor, Sampan and Regan Ashley have the whistles for this one. Let's also take a look at Matt Moyer tonight. He is the other new import that's come into the Rams team. He played his opening game last week, Brooke, and it was a game to forget, actually, because he fouled out in just 3 minutes and 58 seconds. So we're looking forward to seeing a little bit more of the Rams number 15 tonight.
He did that, 5 fouls, 3 rebounds, 1 assist and 0 points. So he needs a big one. We need Matthew Moyer to show up tonight. I'm sure he will.
Not too far away from the start. The big news during the week, of course, came out of the capital with Guy Malloy sacked as coach of the Wellington Saints. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it must be tough, at any point when you have to get rid of a, high-level coach or an import. It's tough for the GM, but it's on the ownership of the players now. And, that Wellington Saints team has a roster on paper. They've got some names there, and some of those players need to take ownership of. They want to close the season out and make a run and a push towards this playoffs series.
It's a great point you make. It is over to them. They take on the Bulls on Sunday. Looking forward to that one on Sky Sport. Megan Compain will be joining me. And, of course, it comes fresh off that amazing game last Sunday, Brooke, that you and I were at, a 36-point turnaround.
That's right. Corey Webster is back in the league, guys. If you missed it, he is making his presence felt. Another huge game from Corey, 28 points and 13 assists. And
how's this? Everyone clears out for the photo.
What a photo it is.
How good's that? Always looking after the fans in the Sal's NBL. You've got to love this stuff. The kids and the fans, they turn out in big, big numbers. There's been a lot written and spoken about in the last couple of days, actually, with regards to the numbers in the Sal's NBL. We're set for a start. We're underway. It looks like the Nuggets will get first touch, or we may start again. Your thoughts on this one?
I'm going with Otago. I like Otago at home. They're missing Nico, who's been a spark plug for them all season long. But, man, we talked about Trey Boyd and how good he was in his debut outing for the Otago Nuggets. Welcomed into this team. I think Canterbury has something to prove, but I'm going to take Otago on this one. Yourself?
Yeah, I think Nuggets start favourite for sure. Here is Larry Austin. There was a violation at the start, and that's why the Rams have it. There's an early foul going against Josh Aitchison. And straight into the action, Larry Austin Jr., the 182-centimetre guard, senior year at Vanderbilt with the Chippewas, 18 points and 6 assists a game. Let's keep an eye on him tonight. The Rams, number 2, passes in there.
What did you say their name was? The Chippewas.
Chippewas.
The Chippewas.
I've never heard of the Chippewas.
Never heard of the Chippewas.
There you go. Here's Taylor Britt, Trey Boyd right there with him. Keep an eye on him tonight. 28 points on debut for the Nuggets last week. Austin goes searching, comes up short. Sam Timmons cleans it up. One of the best in the business is Sam Timmons. Here's Keith Williams. The 2 number 2s. And reaching in there, Austin with the foul.
And aggressive, started the game picking up. Missed the shot there, but Larry Austin comes into the league and looks like he's going to pressure full court all game long. This is off a miss, which you rarely see. And Keith Williams said, you know what, welcome to the league. I'm going straight to the rim.
Williams, first player up to the Racine line tonight, hits the first opening point of the game. Going the way of the Nuggets. 6-4 on the season. They had lost 2 going into that game against the Tuatara last week. What a contest that was. 4-point game. Nuggets getting it on the road. Chris Johnson's last game, of course, for the Tuatara. What a big loss he is. They head out without him tomorrow for the first time. And they take on the Giants. Here's Sunday Detch from the corner. Can't complete. Big rebound. Maxwell Darling.
Big man, big body. Just a grown man move. Go and get their ball, want their ball a little bit more, and make your presence felt.
Trey Boyd, his first touch of the night. Front of the iron. And some up-tempo basketball knocked away out of the hands of Austin. Back comes Boyd, floats it up. That's not going to do the job to Williams, though. And the Rams pick it off.
Love the pace of this one. A little bit messy and a few turnovers, but in terms of the pace the boys are playing at.
Big Mike Karina can't finish. Trey Boyd back the other way. He goes hard to the basket, stepping around, tries to scoop it up off his left hand. It's actually a bit of a pattern that we've seen in the Cells NBL the last couple of weeks, this pace.
Yeah, and this is where Taylor Britt is tough. In transition, gets to a strong hand, his left hand, and easy finish. You have to pick him up and slow him down full court.
Timmins. Here's Williams. Timmins wants it back. He's got the mismatch. Shot clock counting down. Aitchison. Timmins finishes it off inside, and that'll get the crowd here at the Edgar Centre up and going tonight.
Great cut, great pass. Hopefully that gets Josh Aitchison into this game. They're going to need him tonight to be a great role player. Good cutting. Way to find Big Sammy.
When they met back in round 1, we actually covered that game, you and I, Brooke, and Sam Timmins, 24 and 14 in that one. Turnover.
And if I remember correctly, started the game slow. Huge second half Big Sammy had, and for the Nuggets, you hope that he gets started nice and early. As Taylor Britt's did a good job of getting over these screens here.
Here's Williams in the corner for 3, and that is a sweet shot from Keith Williams.
I like that. You know, they're welcomed in Trey Boyd. This is what we expected from Taj McCall. He's coming off those on balls. Did a good job of flipping the screen, got into the paint, and found the corner shooter.
Detch nowhere to go underneath. They will get it back, though, the Rams. Keep an eye on that man right there, Todd Withers.
Oh, he can fly.
Averages 3 steals a game. He's already got 1 early in this one. Here's Taylor Britt bringing it back out for the Rams. Corner ball now for Darling. Big answer there for the Rams.
Hey, inside, outside, already from Darling crashing the boards, and now replies with a corner 3 of his own.
7 apiece. Withers.
And they're switching everything, this Canterbury team.
Timmins knocked away. Good hands by Larry Austin. Gets it back now, hands it off. Detch off the glass. And the Rams all of a sudden up and about. They take the lead by 2.
And they're picking up full court.
Williams made it look harder than what it needed to be in the end. And Detch, again, tempo is up and about. Too hot, the pass for Britt. Here comes Trey Boyd. He's a man on a charge. They've got the numbers. And in the end, opportunity goes begging for the Nuggets.
You nailed that. Opportunity does go begging. 3 on 2. Big Mike Karina there did a good job twice in transition defense. Just made Keith Williams second guess himself there first time. And
how's that from Max Darling there? Just blowing into their hands, just showing us all just how cold it is here at the Edgar Centre tonight. You can see plenty of beanies in the crowd.
I've got 4 party props on tonight.
It is the coldest stadium in the country, is it not?
Man, heating. So, it heats up in here, that's for sure, but boy, it is cold. Sometimes it takes a while to get that oil rolling over.
Another loose pass, so a few turnovers early. Knox, Aitchison, corner 3, short. Detch Dedge with the rebound. As you heard earlier, 8 steals last week. This time he pulls up for a triple. Look out, Sunday Dedge.
He doubled that down with 30 points as well, so he's already up to 5. 3 turnovers from both sides already 5 minutes into this ball game. They need to tidy that up, but you're right, they're playing at a pace at the moment. It's just who can look after the ball.
Trey Boyd, nice little floater. His first points of the game.
Yeah, we talked about a few superstars in this league. A spot just opened. There's a vacancy with Chris Johnson leaving, and Trey Boyd is putting his name up, his hand up for that one of those titles.
Yeah, his start last week was electric. He's had another full week of training with the Nuggets. Here he is taking on Mike Rina. And Big Mike came up with the win on that occasion. Rams again, they want to push. Austin inside, Dedge in the corner, steps around. This will be a deep 2 if he can convert. 3-point margin. Up and back stuff. Feels like we've barely had a whistle. Turnover, Trey Boyd. Sunday Dedge has got no competition here. He gets up. And an easy finish for the Rams, number 44. Arguably MVP candidate right up near the top in season 2022.
And you have, that was an easy one, but you have to protect the ball when he's around you. 8 steals in the last game. I think he's got 2 already to open this ball game.
The irony is, Boyd's going to have to fire from deep here. That one's in and out. The irony is, Brooke, that looking at the head-to-head before the game, so far this season, we're dealing with 2 teams here who actually look after the ball.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, and have done, but also a couple of teams who like to get up and in, and they get after it on the defensive end, and maybe it's just something that they haven't seen from some of these other teams so far. Just the full court pressure, and you know, match that with starting the game off. The pace of this is going a little bit quick. It's a good time out. I think maybe it could have come in a couple minutes earlier, but just got to protect the ball, and I'm sure it'll tidy up as this game goes on. But you're absolutely right.
Rams lead it by 5 early in this one. Been a good start for the visitors. They're on the southern swing this weekend, taking on the Nuggets, and then of course they've got the Sharks on Saturday night. That game also live across the country on Prime with Hugh Bain and Donna Wilkins. Speaking of games coming up, how about the journey that the Giants will take this week? They will take on the top 2 teams in the competition. Tuatara tomorrow night. Friday night action live on Sky with Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank. And then they also close with the last game of the round, the 5 p.m. Sunday game, when they take on the Hawks.
Yeah, that's a tough road trip. But yeah, you can say back to that they're the informed team of the league at the moment, and Jared West has found his form in the midpoint of the season. Let me ask you this question, Justin.
Yep.
Who's the most informed guard in the league at the moment?
Jared West.
Corey Webster might have something to say about that.
Well, he's played 3 games and he's been pretty good in all 3, just quietly. They've won all 3. He's been very good. Maybe put another week together, another week or 2.
I'm not saying that it's not Jared West as well, because Jared West has been superb on both ends.
Isn't it great that we've got so many players to talk about, including Todd Withers? Speaking of big game players, what a season Todd Withers has had. He averages 3 triples a game, and he brings the Nuggets back to within 3. That might have been a deep 2. Taylor Britt doing what he does well.
And he made that look easy, but it's just time. He got deep, pivoted around, came back up and found the mid-range shot, but a lot of people would have just picked the ball up then. Oh, as Todd Withers goes back-to-back from 3. You know, Taylor Britt just going back to what he did last time. A lot of players would have picked the ball up, looked to find someone else, but he had time, he had patience, and found his shot.
Just like that, back to a point, loose hands. Withers wraps it up with Taylor Britt. A lot of people probably forget also, Taylor Britt spent, what, 3 years in an ANBL program with the Perth Wildcats?
And not just any, yeah, you're right.
Right.
Not just any ANBL program, the Perth Wildcats story. Franchise, you're over there playing with Bryce Cotton every day. You have no choice but to get better at basketball. And I've always thought that he's a legitimate scorer, but to me, it's just like he's got more time when he's out there now and
just making Referee Melanie O'Connor aware that he's got scratches up and down his arms. 1 point in it. Just inside 3 to go in this first quarter. Round 9 action underway in the NZNBL tonight. Love a Thursday night game.
How good has this league been this year?
Been terrific. Absolutely terrific. Here is Trey Boyd. That is a tough shot from there. I think maybe a hand on it. And back come the Rams. Detch goes searching. Here is Matt Moyer. We didn't see much of him last week. Inside, Detch nowhere to go, but they've got it back. Matt Moyer, we did speak about it. Look at the crowd tonight here.
Great crowd.
At the Edgar Centre. There's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just on Matt Moyer, we're not sure of the record for the least amount of time played before being fouled out. But Casey Frank, talking to him last night, he is almost certain that 3:58 has to be close.
Oh, you'd have to be close. I've never heard of anything more or less, I guess. But hey, if you're going to go in there and do it, you might as well do it right. Got a quick 5. Run it back tonight.
Stepping out of court, Taylor Britt. Turnover. We've had a few of those in the first quarter. Yeah, someone did quiz me and say, well, how did he get fouled out in 3 minutes 58? I said, well, he hit someone 5 times. It's not that hard to figure out.
Rocket science sometimes. But in saying that, with any import, you know, they just want to bounce back. So I expect a big game from him tonight, and it looks long and athletic. Aitchison here.
Here's Keith Williams. Another star inside. Timmins back to the basket, if you don't mind. Sammy Timmins just putting on a show with that one. Don't the fans here at the Edgar Centre love the big Nuggets number 33, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Just a soft touch. They call that the Midas touch. That's special.
I reckon we also caught a glimpse then of the Nuggets mascot over the back. We don't get to see the Nuggets mascot too often. The miner, I forget what the miner's name is. Someone will no doubt update me, but good to see the Nuggets mascot in fine form tonight. Walter Brown into the game. Joe Cook-Green's out there. Sunday Detch fires away. Keep an eye on Joe Cook-Green, because last time these two teams met, he had 30 in that game.
He was getting that up, played expansive and aggressive brand of basketball that night, and hope to see that again tonight.
Inside the last 90 seconds, entertaining first quarter. Keith Williams will fire away. That one goes deep. Big rebounds. In the end, it's going to be a Rams ball.
And this first quarter has just been played at a blistering pace, and it's a 1 point ball game at the moment. I love the pace. Just going to have to look after the ball here in the second, third, and fourth quarter.
Here's Matt Moyer, dumps it off for Joe Cook-Green. Oh, how's the hands on Matt Bardsley? Now he goes to work back the other way, skipping, bumping, hands it off to Aitchison, and he finishes off the glass. What a play by the Nuggets, the homegrown lads for the Nuggets.
Oh, I thought that was a twisted ankle or a knee there. Yeah, touch Woody. Got up well and called that a dime.
The man they call Mr. 84. The 2020 showdown, the last player selected in that famous draft. Pick number 84, Matt Bardsley, Otago Nuggets.
That's his nickname?
That's what I've been calling.
He needs to change his number. Change it to 84.
I've had that conversation with him 6 or 7 times. Here he is inside, floating it up and over. Big Karina just couldn't get it to drop. But the Nuggets are out by 3. Good comeback. And they've turned it over again, the Rams. Williams up off the glass, another 2. Worrying signs for the Rams. They were out by as much as 6. All of a sudden they're down by 5. And how about those turnovers?
Yes, the turnovers that's killing them at the moment. And we saw, he's been a good friend of mine and a coach of mine through the years, Coach Judd Flavel, and he's thinning up the top there, and his turnovers are a big reason why.
5-5 on the season. They've lost their last two. Sunday Detch, that would have been handy. Look at the tenacity of Joe Cook-Green. They reset. Last shot coming up for the Rams. Detch goes searching. Tough shot over Timmins. Nuggets come up with it. They might get a late score here. 4 seconds to the hoop. Darcy Knox on the buzzer. How about that? Otago Nuggets out by 7.
And it was quick. They turned that one on in a matter of minutes. Big bucket there and got down the court in under 5 seconds, finished on the rim. Darcy Knox, welcome back into this team, and they've missed him, so good to have him back.
Quarter time, Sal's NBL round 9 action. Nuggets are out by 7. Second quarter, not too far away. Quarter time in Dunedin tonight, and the Nuggets making a late run in that first quarter. They're out by 7, and the story of that opening 10 minutes, Brooke Rusco, turnovers by the Rams.
Yeah, 7 turnovers. Coach Jeff Level in that quarter time half would have just been saying, boys, you got to protect this like this is gold. And conversely, on the other side, Brent Matahari would have been pretty similar. 6 turnovers for the Nuggets in that first quarter, and no one in particular for the Nuggets, but Taylor Britt with 3 turnovers already really has to look after the ball, and yeah, he will.
Keith Williams, 7 points in the game. Nuggets finished the first quarter on an 11-0 run. They're out by 7. Karina wants to bang bodies with Timmins. 2 big men going to work. Mike Karina loves that shot. Walter Brown with the putback.
It's so easy. He's a big body down there, and you have to box him out and get into his legs and push him out, but that's just too easy. Putback basket there.
5th offensive rebound of the game for the Rams. The Nuggets have 1. Bardsley skipping to the basket, finds Boyd in the corner, and his shot not dropping early in this one. Austin back the other way, hands it off to Moyer on the reverse. Great basket, Matt Moyer.
Way to get out and run.
How about that?
What a touch.
Made it look easy. Here's Withers going from deep. He's already hit a couple. Timmins getting after it like a guard. Now he goes back to the basket on it. Karina. Bardsley had the chance to put it back. Scramble. The Rams are going to come up with it. Todd Withers picks himself up.
And scramble's a great way to put this. Scramble, scrappy at the moment. Bardsley's done a good job of getting into the paint. But you're right, it's just a little bit scrappy at the moment.
We've just had quarter time, Brooke, and just watching players during this very, very small break, just hands on hips and trying to get some air into their lungs. This game.
Oh, this game, all right, you're absolutely right. The pace that both sides are playing in. Do need to protect the ball, but it's cold down here. It's brisk on those lungs, and man, you really got to warm up for this one.
Some early points to start the second for the Rams. It's back to 3. Walter Brown may tie it up. He does. Walter Brown, if you don't mind. Welcome to the show.
I was going to say, welcome to the show, welcome to the league, welcome to the game. That's how you make your presence felt, young fella.
Ties it up. Aitchison on the dribble. Moyer, great defense. Crashing his way through Williams. That'll count. Continuation there for the Nuggets number 2, Keith Williams. He's out to 9 in the game and he's off to the Racine line. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Yeah, he's letting someone know about it. He's big, man. In person, you see him, he's big, he's strong. Athletic, can take the contact, and we clearly saw there he's got the Midas touch as well. So there's a chance here at a 3-point play and converts.
Going at 19 points and 6 rebounds a game, and you'll take every point you can get out of Keith Williams from the Racine line because he's only a 59% shooter from the line this season.
Oh, it's cold down here. I give you 15% at the line if you play for the Nuggets. It's cold down here, man.
I'm a little bit worried that you talked about how cold it is about 3,000 times in the opening 12 minutes. Here's Moyer. Not sure that Mike Kalina was expecting it then. The man in the middle. Moyer with the up fake. Second effort is good. And all of a sudden, the Rams are starting to show some real signs in this one. They're after it again. Sunday Detch marked down the steal. Foul against Trey Boyd. We know how good Sunday Detch is. He's a thief.
Oh, in the night. This is what he does. You know, in the Australian National Basketball League, this is what he's known for. Defensively, it's just a hound dog. He's going to press you 94 feet. He's going to get up. He's going to get in. His defensive IQ is through the roof, and we just saw there that he can get it.
South Sudanese, Aussie, Sunday Detch. And we know his experience in this league, of course. He was a part of that Saints juggernaut in 2019, winning a championship there. One of the best defensive players in the competition. And you asked me during the break, Brooke, about MVP guards. Of course, we were talking earlier on about, you know, some of the great players we've seen so far this season. Jared West, and obviously the last couple of weeks, Corey Webster. What about Sunday Detch?
He has been great. When you have 8 steals in a game, 8 steals, and you match that with 13 points, you most definitely can be a part of this conversation. And
20 points a game, 4 assists a game, 3.5 steals, 35% from the arc, 81% from the Racine line.
you know, the only thing that's holding him back at the moment from being in that conversation, and Corey's come in 3 games, 3 wins. Jared West has done a great job of helping this Nelson Giants team continue to roll through the competition. It's just the wins and the losses at the moment. That's the only thing that's holding him back from truly being in the conversation. But when it comes to stats and what he's doing a great job. But at the moment, I just have to give it to Corey, and I have to give it to Jared West, because they are performing week in, week out, and they're just providing wins.
It is a huge weekend for the Rams. Lost their last 2, both at home, I think, too.
But I say this, they get 2 this weekend.
Yep,
he's absolutely in the conversation.
And that foul was called unsportsmanlike, which has put Detch to the coloured stripe for a couple, and the Rams will restart. And look at that, all of a sudden, they're out to a 2-point lead on the back of a 12-3 run to start this quarter.
What happened? Yeah, we blinked and it turned around just like that.
Well, Walter Brown happened.
He most definitely did. Earning himself some minutes, and good on him.
Austin, Moyer, Detch has got to go. That's a tough shot for Sunday. You don't want that any day of the week, let alone Sunday.
Hey, but sometimes you can get it twice on Sunday the way he's playing.
Here's Josh Aitchison. I don't know who comes up with the more dad jokes, you or me.
I don't know if either of them are good either.
Big Karina. Aitchison back the other way. Boyd, he needs to get going. He's had a long look here. That one doesn't drop. They keep it alive, though, the Nuggets. They're now chasing, down by 2. Keith Williams will fire away. He's short.
It's plays like that, moments like this in the game where I think the best thing that... Oh, that touched the roof.
Matt Moyer.
Hello, Matt Moyer. Welcome to the league.
Didn't get to see a lot of him last week. I like what we've seen so far tonight.
8 points already. But what I was going to say is exactly this right here. He needs to protect the ball, especially with Sunday Dench on the other team, but I thought it would just be a good time to get the ball in low, get to Sammy Timmins. You've gone to a lot of threes.
Oh, Matt Moyer's going to fire away for another one. Heat check on that one. Sunday Dench will back it up. That one's in and out. Keep an eye on the steal count for Dench. Now we've got a whistle. We're just going to hold things up here and clean the floor up. The Rams on an 18-3 run.
You're right, you do need to watch the ball, and you have to know where Sunday Dench is at all times in this ball game. He's averaging just under 4 steals a game. That's ridiculous.
I'll take that back. It's a 15-3 run to start this second quarter. Very impressive. Now it's up to the Nuggets to respond again. Boyd, been well held, just 2 points in the game. He's 1 of 7. Timmins, couple to beat, including Walter Brown. In the end, knocked out of play. No foul call. Nuggets will bring it in from the baseline.
And did the right thing there. They switched. Trey Boyd brought it back out. Found big Sammy Timmins. They doubled. There was cutters there. Sammy is a great passer. I thought that was out of bounds, but no.
It has been called a foul.
But Sammy's a great passer as well. So, you know, it's a decision-making time for Sam. And he felt like he could get to the rim and get fouled, and he did so. But just to know that there are cutters there, I thought that's the right thing to do.
We talk about big Southern doubles in the Cells NBL. How about those Jets last week? Got the Rams, got the Sharks. They've won 4 of their last 5, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Jets are actually the talk of the town, and a lot of people talking about maybe Final 6. Amazing.
Jets flying at the moment, and Coach Natu Tafali and, you know, the squad there, they've found something that's working for them, and hasn't worked all season long. It's a strong move there from Larry Austin, but you're right. They're playing with confidence, and they're playing well.
First field goal in the Cells NBL for Larry Austin. Here's Todd Withers back the other way. He can't convert. Aitchison finishes missed a bunny. Loose ball. Austin comes up with it. Tracked down by Withers. Back to the basket, and look out, there's Todd Withers doing what he does incredibly well in this competition.
Todd Withers doing Todd Withers things. One thing that I selfishly feel with Todd Withers is he settles. A very, very capable three-point shooter, proven that. He's shooting 3 threes. He's making 3 threes a game, but you know, defensively there, we just saw how strong he is, how athletic he is. He's got a great handle. I think he can do a better job of getting to the rim, putting pressure on the refs, getting to the free throw line, see if you go through, and you've always got that three-point shot there. I think he bails the defense out, you know, more often than not, taking that three-point shot just because of how strong and how athletic he is. But like I said, he is a capable three-point shooter.
How about the crowd tonight in the ice box? Thursday night basketball in Dunedin. They love their Nuggets down here, and they're soon going to fall in love with the Southern Hoiho. Let's talk about the Taihi Basketball Aotearoa. There's been a big launch early today. It's been all over the media. It tips off next Wednesday night.
Oh, we're right there. And what a time for basketball in New Zealand and women's basketball. And how good is it that, you know, everything's been matched? The same salary caps. They're getting paid the same. You know, we're going to be able to watch these games. It's the start of hopefully something extremely monumental and exciting for women's basketball here in Aotearoa.
Mainland Pouakai up against the Southern Hoiho next Wednesday night, live on Sky. Make sure you join us for that one as a new era commences in women's basketball. Max Darling is off to the Racine line for a couple of shots here. Impressive fight back by the Rams.
Extremely impressive. And can I just add one more thing with the league kick starting on Wednesday? The quality of basketball that is going to be on the forefront is something that we haven't seen here in New Zealand. Some of the imports that are coming through, the coaches that are going to be there, our Torfins that are coming back home and able to play back home. That's exciting.
The Poakai actually announced earlier today another WNBA drafted player, Trinity Baptiste, who was drafted at number 24 by the FIBA just a couple of months ago. I know that the Tokomanawa Queens have a big announcement, a couple of big announcements coming up over the next few days. Keep an eye on that.
Oh, you're a man in the know, aren't you?
Well, ear to the ground. 7 points, the Rams out by now. It has been a mighty fight back, and the Nuggets just can't score at the moment, Brooke.
No, they can't. 4 points. Maybe make that 6. There it is, 6 points, and just over 5 minutes to start the second quarter. It's just not going to get the job done, but somehow they're still in this basketball game. It's a 5-point game right now. Sammy makes this one. It's a 4-point game, and you know they're still in this, but they need to see the ball go through the net a few more times to make a game of it, or even just make a quarter of this one.
Sam Timmins has 7 in the game. Keith Williams with 10. Really nice spread for the Rams. Matt Moyer has 8 points off the bench.
Yep.
And I can officially say for Matt Moyer, he's played more than double what he played last week. Good to see him getting the minutes up.
It is matched that though.
Don't think he's got a foul either, has he?
No, don't talk too soon. He's got 1 foul.
Right, okay.
He's got 1 foul. But he's got 6 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Here he is on Trey Boyd. He looks a good defender, Matt Moyer. That's a tough shot from Boyd, and it wasn't too far away. He's not going to stop wondering, is Boyd. Here is Moyer. Big second quarter for him. Sam Timmins just sucks it up like a vacuum cleaner.
Cleaned that one up, tidied that one up, took his own man out. But you know what? If you're a big man, go get that rebound, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
And if you're a little man, get out of the way.
way.
Here's Boyd. Nice hand in the way by Matt Moyer, who actually stares Boyd down and tells him all about it. I've been impressed so far tonight by Moyer. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay here. Watch the Rams number 15 get up right there and just lets Boyd know who's in charge at the moment.
And what a week can do. What a week can do, training with the boys, finding his rhythm. He's come out and had a huge first half.
Bardsley with some space. Big block by Max Darling. Slaps it away. And the Rams hard back. Moyer with Williams to beat up and over. Can't complete.
And on that one, he just needs to go up big, strong. Did a great job of running the lane. Had the guard on him. Keith Williams, don't get me wrong, he's strong and athletic too, but Matt Moyer just needs to go up and finish that bad boy.
Inside ball from Timmins to Knox. Bardsley spinning back to the basket off the glass. Handy stuff.
Bardsley has come to play today.
Brings it back to 2.
Yeah, he's done a few very promising things in this first half. He's played aggressive, done a good job of getting to the rim. I like it. It's the headband.
There you go. Taylor Britt has it knocked out of his hand by Darcy Knox. Did you ever wear a headband during your career, Brooke?
Yeah,
Be honest.
There was one point where I had a headband on, I had 2 wristbands on, I had the shooting sleeve.
Oh, you did not.
I had a knee strap at one point to match that with different pairs of shoes.
Big shot from the corner, Max Darling. Just like that. You didn't have 2 shooting sleeves on, did you?
I had some stupid theory that...
Do you really want to talk about this, really? Keith Williams goes from deep.
Yeah, it's good to be vulnerable every now and then. I had a theory that if I put the shooting sleeve on my right arm, that was my shooting arm, that when I got hot, it would stay hot.
What on earth is going on? Nuggets with a second chance. Williams, short corner, nice shot. Keith Williams.
That's good basketball. That's a great shot, good offense, Sunday ditch, great defense. That's what you love to see.
Williams out to 12. Smith gets it in to Darling. Not sure that Sam Timmins did too much wrong there. He's asking the same question. There was contact. Need to see that one again, but not sure that Sam moved too much.
I was impressed by right there. Max Darling in the body control. He made that look easy, but Keith Williams pulled the chair, expected that contact, but found his feet, regathered, managed to get the up fake up there and get to the line.
Converts from the Rosine line. He has 10 in the game now, Max Darling.
What's his wingspan? He looks like he's got a... I'm gonna go 6'8" plus wingspan. Long arms.
He would need both of your shooting sleeves to get around one arm as well. Both on one side.
That's good from you. Hey, he's hot at the moment. Needs to go put it on.
Boyd doubled late in the half. The Rams have responded. They were down by 7 at quarter time. They've got hot in this second term.
Hey, if I'm being honest, there's a few guys out there that need to go and put an arm sleeve on at half time. Go heat up in the second half.
Well, Keith Williams may have just heard you then, because that was well short of the ring.
He's going all right at the moment. 12 points. You know, but Trey Boyd has been aggressive. He's got up 9 shots, but only 2 points right now. And yeah, 28 in the opener against the Tuatara. He'll be looking to get going and close out this second quarter and have a big second half.
Yeah, don't sleep on him. Here he is now, firing away. That's another miss for Boyd. He will keep looking though.
All right.
70 seconds to play in the opening half, round 9 underway. In the hottest competition in New Zealand, here's Withers. Hands it off, Boyd, another shot. This one is short again.
You're right though, he is not going to die wondering, and shoot. You know, he's going 1 of 11 right now. And when you're a shooter, you just think, man, I'm 1 of 11, the next one has to go in. It's a
Big
numbers
Max
game.
Darling inside. What a quarter he's having. Took them on. Strong stuff. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Watch the Rams number 12. Couple to beat in the end. And that's exactly what he did, Max Darling.
Big Sammy Timmins was in a little bit of no man's land there. Wasn't dropping back on Max Darling. Allowed Mike Carino all the time in the world to actually find him. So you're going to have to do 1 or 2. You're either going to have to drop back and make sure he can't make that pass to Max Darling, or you're going to get up and pressure Mike Carino and make it hard for him to see Max Darling. So
leading scorer in the game, Brooke, with 14.
Hey, go get that arm sleeve.
Timmins. Carina did well to get a hand on it. Loose ball picked up by Detch. Detch is away to the races with Walter Brown. He's fouled, and young Brown will take a visit to the coloured stripe. Look how quick this was.
He looked like he was about to bag that one. Thought he was getting up there to throw that thing down.
Foul called on Matt Bardsley. 29 to play in the half. Got to be impressed with this fight back by the Rams.
What a quarter Walter Brown is having.
26-11 quarter by the Rams, and Brown's been in the thick of it.
Up to 6 this quarter, and the plus minus of 12 points.
Fires away again. So Walter Brown's hot streak continues, and the Rams are out by 10.
Did you know what I think?
Oh, Sam Timmins! Thank you for the highlight. How was that? Getting up strong on the putback, slamming Sam. Edge of the half. Big chance, Joe Cook Green. Oh, Walter Brown! Get up, young fella.
And that's twice now. You got to box him out. He's wiry. You got to get into him. You allow him space to get down there and find those offensive rebounds. 2 offensive rebounds, 4 points for him in that quarter.
Walter Brown with the finish on the buzzer. Sam Timmins lighting it up at one end. And then the young buck, Walter Brown, take a bow. Halftime here. What a game in the Cells NBL. Rams out by 10. Stick with us. Stats coming up right after the break.
Women's basketball. This competition is actually going to be the very first professional league starting here in New Zealand. So it's going to be amazing things for basketball and for the young girls. So I wanted to take this opportunity to bring the girls out on the court because they're amazing. They've been putting in heaps together over the last couple of weeks, months, some of them for years. So we'll get the girls to come out and see the stage.
Welcome back to the Edgar Centre tonight. Thursday night action, round 9, Cells NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. The Rams 30-13 second quarter. They lead it by 10 at the half. Justin Nelson and Brooke Rusco with you on a night when we're celebrating shooting sleeves. Let's have a look at the stats.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers to kickstart this game this evening, but it tidied up there late into their second quarter. Max Darling and Walter Brown, man, they had themselves the second quarter. Keith Williams and Sam Timmons doing their thing. One person that I guess we're waiting on to get going. He's got it up. Hasn't seen it go through too much though. Is Trey Boyd for the Otago Nuggets.
Sam Timmons doing his stuff off the glass as always. And what about Matt Moyer tonight? Had a shocker on debut, but 8 and 6 at the half.
He came out to play, and he's got the 8 points, but absolutely right. Those rebounds and changed up a couple shots too.
Mike Karina has been setting plenty of screens. Actually hasn't scored and hasn't taken a rebound. Is that right?
Hasn't scored, hasn't taken a rebound, but has done his job.
There's some blocks so far in the opening half. And we'll have a look at the steals. And I reckon you'll see Sunday Detcher's name somewhere here. There you go. He's already got 3. Averages just under 4 a game. Had 8 last week. Withers and Boyd both getting amongst it as well. I think impressively there, down by 7 at quarter time, really tested. And the Rams answered well in that second quarter.
Yeah, what a second quarter they had. 13-30 in favor of the Rams in their second quarter, and defensively got it done, got out and ran. You're right, Matt Moyer stretched the floor as we see Stephen from Dunedin. Big fan of the Otago Nuggets, and Max Darling and Walter Brown were kind of the highlights for the Rams in their quarter.
So there you go, half-time. Second half not too far away. Rams have it by 10. It's a massive weekend for the Rams. They've got a big Southern double. They need to get some wins. They've started well here tonight. Stick with us. More Sal's NBL action coming up right after the break. Welcome back to a chilly, very, very chilly Edgar Centre in Dunedin tonight. Rams lead it by 10 at half-time. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Great to have you with us. Leading scorers in that opening half. Max Darling has 14 points for the Rams. How about Walter Brown in a cameo? Played just over 8 minutes, 9 points in the half. And for the Nuggets, Keith Williams with 12. Sam Timmins already out to 10 and 7. Justin Nelson with you. Brooke Rusco's been picking it all apart in the opening half. It's been fun.
It has been fun. It's been a good pace. I think on both sides, a couple of things that both coaches would have been looking at. I think it's a bit of a waiting game. If you're Brent Matahari right now, an Otago Nuggets fan, you're waiting on Trey Boyd to get going. He's putting up a whole bunch of shots and obviously proven, and the team trusts him to get it up there. And now you're just waiting for it to go through. And on the other side, Sunday Ditch has absolutely done his thing. Max Darling has been massive in that first half, but Walter Brown, a man who's been averaging just under 3 points a game so far in this competition. 9 points on 8 minutes, and Coach Judd Flavor will be absolutely stoked with his performance in that first half.
To all the kids out there, all the junior hoopers across Aotearoa, you have our permission to stay up late tonight and enjoy the fun of the Sal's NBL on Sky Sport. Public holiday tomorrow.
It is. You have the day off. Cook mum and dad some breakfast.
There you go. Another big week in the competition. And what? It's so hard to tip winners. I tipped 1 of 6 last week.
And up into that, you've been on fire.
I felt confident going into the weekend. I got 1. Well, let's test you right here. Nuggets and Rams, you've gone Nuggets tonight.
I have gone Nuggets, but they need to get going. 36 points and a half ain't going to get it done.
Tuatara and Giants tomorrow night. No Chris
Justin,
Johnson.
come on now.
No Chris Johnson.
You know what?
Giants at full strength.
I hate
Jared
to say
West.
it. I have to. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants on this one.
Airs and Jets, Saturday afternoon. That's the 5:30 p.m. game.
You know what? I'm going against the grain on this one. I know the Jets have been flying as of late, but I like Hilliard and what he's doing. I think he could go. I'm going to go Airs on this one.
Saturday night, Sharks and Rams. Gee, Rams have been good so far tonight.
Might give the Rams that one. Yeah, I'll go the Rams on that one.
Saints and Bulls, 36-point swing. Coaches gone during the week.
Yeah.
Saints, all the pressure in the world. Corey Webster for the Bulls. Giddy. How about Giddy Potts for the Bulls? How was his performance?
He was a welcomed import. You know what?
In the capital.
I don't think it's a close one. Either way, I don't think it's a close one. I think the Bulls do what they did in the last game and they maybe throw it out. Or the Saints show up, they play, they have something to prove.
You still haven't told me who you think's going to win.
Saints need it. I'm going to go Saints. I'm going to go Saints in a 15 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they get it going or they get blown out. And if I want to pick one, I'm going to go Saints.
Well, importantly, if they do get up by 18, because the Bulls beat them by 17, that is the magic number. Because if they got up by 18 in that game, they get head-to-head on the Bulls. And if you're a first-timer to the Sal's NBL, it is so important when it gets down to final ladder position. Every team plays each other twice, home and away, and it could come down to a point split if they've got 1 win against each other.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know what I think the X factor of that game is going to be? Xavier Cooks is going to do his thing. Jordan Nata is going to be the X factor.
There we go. I like it. Underway in the second half, and Keith Williams, nice little kiss off the glass. He has 14 in the game, and that's exactly what the Nuggets needed to get things underway. Here's Taylor Britt with Trey Boyd right there with him. Larry Austin bouncing around like a pinball, came off second best. Back come the Nuggets. Can they score a couple of big openers here? Short from Boyd.
And I just think he needs to see one go through. Yeah, we said it a couple times. He ain't going to die wondering. The one thing that I think he can do, because he's falling in love with his three-point shot right now, hasn't made one as of yet.
Get to the rack.
Get to the rack. Get to the free throw line. See a couple go down. Then get back out there, and I swear it'll be like butter.
I think it's a good call. Sunday Detch. That's a tough shot over the top of Williams. Comes up short. Withers will get things moving again. Boyd this time on the move. Keeps control just. Ends up with Timmins. Drops it into Williams. Detch to beat. That's a hard task. One of the best defenders in the competition, and he nearly snatched it away.
I like that matchup though. Keith Williams ain't going to back down from nobody. You know what Sunday Detch can do on the defensive end. Just a couple of bad boys going at it.
Good contest. Just one basket added. Withers, in fact, comes up short. Back come the Rams. Darling, what a first half he's had. Knocked away by Aitchison. Good defense. Now Williams. Boyd, can he start firing? Just as you asked for, Brooke Rusco attacks the basket, and he's off to the Racine line. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Good hand in there from Josh Aitchison. And Boyd goes in hard on Detch.
Great job. Great take. Got to look after the ball. I can guarantee you Coach Flavor said at halftime, we've got to look after this bad boy like it's our partner, not our ex-girlfriend. Look after her like I said, wife. We're at that point of the season, boys. This is gold down here, you know? You got to look after the ball and just give this man a chance to get going.
A little bit of gold in the commentary box tonight, a.k.a. Brooke Rusco.
You know the other thing, we said that Trey Boyd needs to get to the line. At least he saw one go through. That's okay, he got to the line, got a couple shots up. The other thing I asked for in the first half was Todd Withers get to the rim. Do the exact same thing we just talked about there. He's taken 6 shots. All 6 of those have been 3-pointers.
Yep. We know how good he is. Here's Larry Austin. That one's off. Getting after it. He almost got it back, Austin. Williams. Taylor Britt skipping around with him. Williams off the glass. Would have been a good finish. Loose ball. They'll come up with it, the Nuggets. Second effort. And it will fall to Keith Williams. That looks good. In and out. That was halfway down, Brooke.
Feel robbed after that. You're absolutely right. That was halfway down. Good wide open shot. He's shooting the ball well all year long.
Here's big Mike Karina getting inside for 2.
Grown man move. Soft little touch there with the left as well. We see you, Mike Karina.
First points of the game for the big fella. And what a turnover that is. Good defense and pressure from Detch. Williams has spent 8 seconds in the backcourt. And that's a coach killer.
I'll tell you what, Coach Judd Flatwell was almost playing defense out there. He was all over Sampan on the sidelines there, letting the no got to 8 seconds just like that.
Counting it down.
Don't miss the beat there, man.
Margin at 9.
I like this. Get low, get deep into that corner, give yourself a lot of space to come around and play with.
Stepping back. That will end up well short from Max Darling. Looked like Withers got a hand on it. And now the Nuggets need to convert. Here's Boyd. That's better from the Nuggets number 4. You wanted it, you got it.
How quick was that? Explosive. He's been strong left all game, but just proved their crossover, came back to it, got to his right, pushed the ball out and finished with the left.
Good
now he's
sign.
he's got what we said. Mike Karina cleans that up, but we said get to the rim, get to the free throw line, give us a couple layups, then step back to the 3-point line. I feel like he can get to the rim now one more time. The hoop is going to look like the ocean to him if he makes another basket here and then hit us with that 3.
Well, he wants some space here. Weaves his magic through a couple. Inside to Williams, who misses. Boyd cleans it up and puts it in. And all of a sudden, they're starting to drop.
That's right.
For Trey Boyd, 28 last week. Shots been off tonight, but look out.
That wasn't pretty at all. We're not going to say that was a beautiful position of basketball, but when you're aggressive, sometimes the ball just ends up in your hand, and Trey Boyd has been aggressive all game long. Ball ended up in his hand. Float game with the left. And it doesn't matter how pretty it is. They all count the same.
Here he is again. That pass too hot for Sam Timmins. 5:41 to play in the third. Timmins and Boyd having a chat about it at mid-court. And having a decent chat about it as well.
I love it. That to me is a sign of a winning team. An honest conversation. We're not backing down from this. Yes, we've got to get on the same page. Let's just tidy it up. If those two can get on the same page, scary hours.
Austin has Bardsley all over him. Bardsley's going to pick up the foul for that. Hey, we're reading through the games coming up in round 9 a short time ago, and I left the easiest one out. Hawks and Giants on Sunday night.
Hawks and Giants. Hawks at home. Giants coming off the back of a doubleheader.
Saw the Hawks last week against the Airs. I was out of that game. Gee, they're fun to watch.
Oh, Hiram Harris he's in fine form at the moment.
Big
Ethan Ratchbatch is not scared at all. And Chuck Terone Roka were in there as well. Oh, good strong move.
Larry Austin with the basket on Timmins. Rams are pumped. Did you see that big dunk from Ethan Rusbatch last week? Getting up?
All these guys in their 30s. Nah, Ethan, you're close to 30s, ain't your 30s yet, but I swear they found the fountain of youth. Sammy Dempster is having a breakout year. He's been amazing for the Giants. Going back to that, I'm going to go the Hawks.
The Hawks start favourite at home. It's a big weekend for the Giants.
Hawks, but a close one.
Yeah, it'll be close. Here's Trey Boyd from deep. Just not going at range for him tonight like they did in his opener last week. Brown hands it off and finishing inside. Max Darling. How about Walter Brown and Max Darling tonight? Doing the job for the Rams. They're out by 12. That's a game high.
Walter Brown is doing what we call earning yourself some minutes, young blood.
Here he is playing defense now and doing it well. Ball back out for Withers. Big rebound. Sunday Detch over the top of Bardsley. And this is a real dangerous time for the home team. Walter Brown, don't tell me! Walter with the triple. Brown from downtown.
Well, like that. This might be a career high.
Got to be up there. Boyd misses another. Here he is again. Star of the show tonight, Walter Brown. Larry Austin just absolutely barrels through Darcy Knox.
Good D, good call in my opinion. You know what I think the Nuggets are lacking tonight? Is that punch from Nico McCullough.
Yes.
He's done a great job of being just a spark. You know, he'll give you a flurry of points at one point in the game. He'll give you, he'll rattle off 8, 9, 10 points just like that. He might do it twice in a game, and he's been such a vital part of this team all year long. And as Trey Boyd struggles to get it going in this one, that's what I think they're lacking, missing tonight. His presence was lack of presence, I guess, is most definitely being felt.
How about the breakout game tonight for downtown Walter Brown? Couple of triples in the game, has 12 points, hasn't even played 10 minutes yet. 4 of 5 on the night, 4 rebounds, including 2 offensive rebounds, 2 assists. He is on fire.
You know what else he is? No turnovers.
Aggressive stuff.
Yeah, he's playing so aggressive, playing so well. He's got a plus minus now of 22. You know what else he's doing? He's giving Coach Flavel confidence in him to leave him out and play extended periods and extended minutes, sorry. Not only in this game, but going forward for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Kids having fun tonight, getting amongst it. Great crowd, as we've said a few times in here at the Edgar Centre. Holiday Eve basketball in the Cells NBL. I think there'll be a big crowd tomorrow night out on the North Shore for the Tuatara and Giants. That is such a big clash, and if you haven't got your tickets to that one yet, make sure you get online and grab them, because I think it's going to be a big audience.
Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there watching, and you know what? It's a big test for that Auckland Tuatara team.
If you're coming along, don't be afraid to come up and say good day to Brooke. He's happy to talk basketball with you all night. Sit down with him.
How much time do you have? I'll take your ear off.
Getting up. There's the big fella, Jack Andrew. They needed that, the Nuggets. Off the back of that timeout, margin back to 13. Larry Austin on debut.
And too easy. Just a right-hand drive right down the lane, no help, no one on the rim. Barnsley does the exact same thing, too easy. Right-hand dominant, push that thing through the nail, finish with no rim protection.
He's starting to earn some minutes, so too young Walter Brown. Battle underneath.
He's human.
Missed a shot. 13 points. That's the margin. Withers has Brown in front of him. Withers wants to take him on. Nowhere to go. Good defense from the young gun. Breakout game tonight. Got the flowing locks. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And how about the defense here?
Yeah, great defense. I'm going to chuck a butt in here.
Oh,
and nothing against Walter Brown in any way, shape or form in this. But Todd Withers needs to win that matchup. He just needs to take maybe a little bit more time, but he needs to go and win that matchup. But in saying that, Walter Brown, great job.
shot clock ticking down. Bardsley inside Knox, and there he is again. Walter Brown. They'll get it back here, the Rams. Definitely wasn't a foul. How about this? Walter Brown in the thick of it. Just watch the end here. As Darcy Knox turned around, he just cannoned the ball into the body of Walter Brown. He's involved in everything.
And when you're aggressive, you kind of just end up being in the right places at the right time, and you're 100% correct. He is involved in everything in this ballgame.
Detch keeps it alive for the Rams. Over the top of Jack Andrews. Sunday Detch. Sunday fun day. 63-47. Rams out by 16.
The Rams needed this one. Sunday Detch has he's got a quirky looking shot. Kicks the legs out. But I've been impressed with him. I've watched him grow and develop. I watched him with the Saints a few years ago, and each year in the ANBL he gets a little bit better in different aspects of his game. And one place, he has continued to grow. It is from shooting the ball from deep. Confident, and rightfully so.
What a start to this southern trip this would be tonight for the Rams. There's that foul against Matt Moyer. Bardsley takes a break. Keith Williams to the Resine line. And they need everything to go their way from here, the Nuggets. They led at quarter time 23-16. Since then, it's been a 47-25 run.
They call that one-way traffic.
Without traffic lights.
It's all greens around here.
No roundabouts. There's nothing.
That's all Walter Brown around here.
That is straight stretch of road. Here he is.
Shoot that, young blood.
Joe Cook-Green does exactly that. He comes up short. Darcy Knox tries to up the tempo. Matt Moyer holds him up. Knox again. Looking to be aggressive here. Timmins. Banging bodies with Karina. Look at Joe Cook-Green in there like a pest.
Sam Timmins needs to get going as well. He's got 10 points right now, 10 rebounds, but he's only taken the 4 shots. He's made all 4. He's got to the line a few times as well. When you're 4 of 4, you got 10 points. You need to be 5 of 5. You need to be 6 of 6. And if you're not 6 of 6, you at least need to be 4 of 6. You need to stay aggressive.
Trey Boyd back into the action here. Jack Andrew finishes off. No, he doesn't inside. Sam Timmins nearly with the putback. The two Nuggets big fellas can't convert. Searching. Green, Cook-Green to Walter Brown. Not dropping, but he's going to continue to look. He's having one of those nights. Keith Williams stepping around. Misses the first. He will get it back, though, for the Nuggets.
I think there's an opportunity right now for Joe Cook-Green to really stamp his mark in this ball game as well.
He is amped up, isn't he?
Well, that first game that they had, he dropped 30.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about chances as well. He hasn't played the extended periods of minutes that he did in that first game, but I think there is a real opening right now while Taylor Britt and Larry Austin are on the bench for him to find a bit of a rhythm.
Knox comes up short.
He's our main man.
He is the main man tonight. No doubt about it. Wait till he watches this back in the hotel later on. Moyer misses out of play. Which way is this going? Rams are going to get it back. Everything falling the way of the visiting Canterbury Rams tonight.
You know why that was? Walter Brown. There was that hustle down there. If he dies on that play, Keith Williams get that rebound and they're going down the other way, but just didn't give up. And
hey, by the way, we just saw the mascot over the back there. Mac the Miner, I believe.
Mac the Miner.
I mentioned it in the first half.
How'd you not know that?
I think it is Mac the Miner.
It's fundamentals. We all know Mac the Miner.
Who's your favourite mascot in the Cells NBL?
Oh, the gorilla.
Really?
The gorilla.
McGilla.
I love the gorilla. It's probably the person in the gorilla. The performance that the gorilla puts out there.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Here's Walter Brown. Oh, great finish. Matt Moyer cleaning it up.
It's McGilla.
How's the Rams tonight?
And this extended pressure that we're seeing from the Rams, we've seen it all game long, but it's caused some troubles. You know, they're starting the offense out a little bit further, deeper into the shot clock, harder to find a rhythm. You know, they're walking the ball up on the other end, and perhaps that's that 16-point lead.
Here we go, late in the third. Taylor Britt searching for another score to take the margin further out. That short battle off the boards, but that'll do us. 3/4 time, and the Rams have flexed their muscle. Leading by 16, the Nuggets with some work to do. Thursday night action in the Sal's NBL, and right now, the visitors holding sway. Last quarter coming up. Stick with us. Welcome back to the Edgar Centre. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. The Rams since quarter time, a 49-26 run. They lead this one by 16, and some unlikely stars, Brooke Rusco, have stepped up tonight.
Hey, talk for yourself. I knew he was going to go off tonight.
Walter Brown, 12.6 rebounds in the game. He's got the new nickname, Downtown Walter Brown. Max Darling with 16 in the game.
He's been great.
And how about Matt Moyer, 10 and 7 after his disastrous start last week, fouled out in just 3 minutes 58 of action. He has responded in a big way. Speaking of responses, what can the Nuggets do from here?
Well, we've talked about this a couple of times already. Trey Boyd is not going to die wondering. They need him to get going, but I also think they need Big Sammy Timmons to be a part of this ball game as well.
Taylor Britt, by the way, nice basket to start the last quarter.
You got to keep that man off his left. Taylor Britt is strong left-handed. He's quick. He's extremely quick. I'll say that much, but you got to keep him off his left hand.
Here's Williams inside. They needed that to roll. They get it. He has 16 in the game. Trey Boyd, 3 of 17.
Yeah, going back to that, I think there's a few things that could really help this team get going. They need to get out in transition. I think the pace that they're running at the moment is it's not going to be quick enough to get them back into this ball game. They're going to have to stop that man from going off in the fourth quarter. Find some easy baskets. This man needs to get into the paint, get to the free throw line. Capable three-point shooter, to say the least, but we just need to see him.
That's interesting. Back at mid-court, he is up and going now. Matt Moyer. It looked very awkward, didn't it? In the end, he's fouled on Todd Withers. Taylor Britt only has 6 points for the game, but he's come out and started this last quarter with 2 baskets. He's one of those players in this competition who, in the space of minutes, can literally turn a game.
Miko McCulloch, and he's done exactly what they need to do to kickstart this fourth quarter. You know, it could go one or two ways right now. The Rams can push this thing out and make it a ball game. Night, let's call it a night. Let's get the subs in. Let's roll this thing through nice and early into this fourth quarter. Or the Nuggets can chip away, and what Taylor Britt's done to start this fourth quarter, exactly what he needed to do, and just needs to maintain that. On the other side, Otago really needs to turn this thing up over this last 9 minutes.
Well, we've seen some monumental swings in games this season. Here's Taylor Britt again. That one just missed, slapped off the iron by Sam Timmons. No team is ever down in this competition. Foul on Joe Cook-Breen. He can't believe it.
If I'm Josh Aitchison there, I just want to give him a chance to take a couple more dribbles. You know, if you're going to get to that three-point line and you're not going to shoot it, I think just take a couple more dribbles. Your team needs to get out on fast break. See if you can get to the rim, draw that man, find someone else and let them get on the rim. But when you stop at that three-point line, you don't look at the rim. You don't force the defense to make a decision.
There is Aitchison teaming up with Withers. That one bobbled around. That would have been very handy for the Nuggets.
And I've said this, capable three-point shooter. Todd Withers tonight has taken 8 shots. All 8 have been from the three-point line. He's 2 of 8 right now. And, you know, at this point, he probably wants to see 2, 3 threes go down back-to-back and get back into a 10-point ball game. But I think in order for him to make a couple threes at this point of the game, get to the rim, as we talked about, Trey Boyd doing the exact same thing, and see it go through a couple times.
Now, something's wrong with Todd Withers off the back here. He's walked off the court. You can see him flexing. Looks like his right shoulder, maybe his chest over the back. Something's not right with Todd Withers. We'll keep an eye on that. He's certainly in some pain. Didn't see where that happened. Here's Taylor Britt for 3. Big Max Darling with the offensive rebound. He goes at it with Timmins. There's a foul. That'll go against Max Darling. Hopefully all okay for Todd Withers. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Well, Withers is off the floor by then, so not sure what's happened.
Max Darling is a beast down there. He's not dying on any plays. And you're right in the corner there as we see Todd Withers just bent over. Doesn't look good.
Being spoken to by the medical staff of the Nuggets. We will keep an eye on that. He's such an important player.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that we've talked about all season long is the depth of this Otago team.
Keith Williams missed the first. Now he's surrounded by white singlets. Austin comes up with it. He's been impressive tonight. Larry Austin on the attack. Pass picked off here by Josh Aitchison. He gets it up to Keith Williams, who'll finish with an easy flush.
And that's what they needed. Get a steal, get out of transition, quick basket, easy basket.
And I reckon they've got it back here. Mike Karina with the offensive screen. Josh Aitchison, by the way, only goes at 3 points a game this season, but gee, defensively he does some nice things.
Yeah, he can get the job done. He's sound on the defensive end. You don't have to worry about him on the defensive end. But without Nico, Todd Withers isn't out there. Some of their boys aren't really rolling as they have all season long. They do need him on their offensive end, but you're absolutely correct. Defensively, extremely sound.
So maybe a little bit of a mini run here by the Nuggets. As I said before, we've seen some massive swings in games this season. Bardsley had the rebound. It was knocked away. Detch back the other way. Austin on the reverse. That's a handy basket. Just settles things down, doesn't it? Timeout Nuggets.
It just feels like there's a little bit of a lid on the rim at the moment as the cheerleaders go, the dancers, excuse me, get out here as quick as I've ever seen. But it does feel like there's a bit of a lid on the rim for the Nuggets at the moment, and maybe they need to come out here and do the old Jason Kidd and just kiss the rim or talk to the rim nicely.
Does that work? Have you ever done that? Did you ever do that in your career? You just stood under the rim and you talked to it?
I remember free throws, I would quite often find myself just yelling, "Get it! Get it!" Aside from that, though, I thought it was all right.
I'll tell you what would have been a worry if the ring had have actually talked back. That would have been a problem.
You can't shoot. The ring's open.
I just want to talk about the Rams for a moment. 2 losses at home against the Bulls and the Jets. I think really big question marks on this team coming into tonight. I think there's a lot of people around the country, supporters, basketball fans, just asking the question of the Rams, are you legit? You've just lost 2 on your home turf, and the Cows Stadium is a very hard place to play and win. I mean, it has been a fortress over the years. Massive question marks on this team, on this away trip. Gee, they've responded well tonight.
Man, they have responded. You're absolutely correct. Got this gut check time of the season. They need this one. And if they do go on to win this game, it's only half of the job done for this weekend for them. They need to go and get that double road win, taking on the Southland Sharks. But you're right, it looks like a different team. The pressure is there all game long. You know, they welcomed in a couple more players, and a couple of their role players have really stepped up as well, but they need to close this game out. They need this win.
Here's Trey Boyd for three. Well, he just cannot make a thing from that far out tonight. Chalk and cheese compared to how they were dropping last week on debut. Karina's been in there a long time. That won't matter. Can't get the roll. And maybe last chance Nuggets at the moment. Still a long way to go, but not their night. Sam Timmins trying to find some room. In the end, he does. Finishes off the glass.
And for me, I feel like that's all day.
Oh, no foul there. Trey Boyd's going to come up with it. Thought there was contact. He'll finish at the ring here on the left. Boyd puts it down. Back to 12. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Just a slight momentum shift here. If they can get a stop on this position and come down and get another quick basket, force the Rams to take a timeout.
Bardsley called for the foul. Just the second of the quarter on the Nuggets. A couple. Rams have already committed 4, by the way.
There's been a couple tough calls against the Nuggets, in my opinion, in this fourth quarter there.
I think Brent Matahari probably agrees with you. Just pacing the sidelines.
Well, to be fair, I thought there was a screen from Mike Karina before. There wasn't a legal screen. They called that one, and I thought that one there was a bit tough as well. Well, maybe it evens it out.
And this is what's going to happen now. Josh Aitchison will walk the length of the floor here, and he's off to the Resine line. I don't think anyone's realised it yet. They have now. Max Darling said, "You were lucky." Josh said, "No, I wasn't. Thanks very much. I'll practice my free throw shooting." Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And just reaching around. Maybe the arm was stuck, but that's what Max is saying. Hey, if he hits both of these, we're back to 10.
There's a... Oh. I didn't want to say anything. I wasn't going to claim that at all. You notice I stopped there on that one. Just give me one.
They talk about the commentator's curse, and gee, it's been alive and well in season 2022. Second one's good from the coloured stripe. It's at 11.
You're right, though. Just get that thing back to 10. See that bad boy go into single digits, and
Todd Withers walking back to the bench in the background there, and he's maybe good to come back on. Welcome news for the Nuggets. Austin, hand in the way. Boyd. Well, if Withers can come back out here, that's a big story for the Nuggets. And maybe it just gives them some energy here for the final 5. Timeout called. 5:24 left to play. 71-60. Rams look home, but all of a sudden, the Nuggets with a last-ditch fight. Can they stand up? Can they storm home on their home turf?
I've got a feeling.
Oh, hello.
I've got a feeling. Trey Boyd and Sammy Timmins are about to have themselves a 5.5-minute period that makes this ball game an extremely close ball game.
This is Trey Boyd, who's, let me just check this, 4 of 19 tonight.
I'm going with that one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. No, I just feel like this timeout is...
Well, what would Coach Brent Matahari be talking about with his Chargers right now?
We need to get out and run. The pace that we're playing at, look aggressive. No, defensively, we have to get stops. Do not allow Taylor Britt to get back into the paint. Find that easy jumper. We need to get stops. We need to get out and run. When we do get into that half-court position, don't settle. We've given the ball to Sammy Timmins once down there. He made it look like clockwork. It was easy. Do not settle. Let's run that high pick and roll. If they switch, send Sammy on the rim. If they don't, turn that screen around. Second side, third side. We've got capable shooters out there. Keith Williams is up to 18 points.
No Todd Withers out of that timeout, by the way. He's still on the sidelines. Walter Brown. I was about to say, get Walter Brown back on the floor. They've done it, and look at the result.
Put that man on a max contract.
Get him signed up for next season. The local lad, what a night tonight for Walter Brown. He's in the thick of the action again here, fouling on Josh Aitchison. He'll go back to the line. Breakout game for that man right there. He's got the flowing locks. He's got the thin headband. He's a walking, just the fashion, the style.
He's a fashion
I like
statement.
It. I like it.
That alone up to 14 points and six rebounds in this ball game. Still no turnovers.
Geez, been good. And just like that, back into the game. What's his plus minus tonight? You mentioned it before.
I think he's up to 24 now.
What a contest.
They need these, and now we're talking about what the coach Brett Matahari said in that timeout. I can guarantee you it wasn't that. They need to get stops. That was just way too easy. Got to the backside, no talk. Off the inbound and just hushed the crowd and slowed down that momentum that was kind of building there for the Nuggets.
And while that was happening, Todd Withers back into the game. There he is. You can see him down in that low defensive position there. So great to see him back out there. Will it be enough? Maybe not. Sunday Detch bouncing around. Big triple from the Rams star guard.
And they tried something there, went into a 2-3 zone. They're in a 2-3 zone coming out of that timeout off the inbound, but they stayed in it off the free throw. But you're right, one thing that might keep them in this game if they can stay aggressive is there's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this ball game. They're in the bonus. It's been, man, if we're being honest, it's been tough work to try and find a basket all night long, but one place you can always get baskets, I'm glad that one went in as I said that, is the Racine free throw line. So, you know, that might just keep them in this ball game, and I said it. I think this man right here, Trey Boyd and Sammy Timmons, have a chance to make this one a ball game, but if they sit in that zone, and I would imagine that they'll fall back into that 2-3 zone once again here, even though they have been picked apart twice.
Well, they've got to get stops. It's at 12. Just over 4.5 to play. Boyd pushing up on Austin.
They've gone to a 1-3-1 zone.
Darling gets it back, fakes one way, dumps it inside. Karina wants to give it up. Detch will fire away on the fake. Second effort is big. Rebound, Karina. Brown keeps it alive. Another chance here for the Rams. Nuggets need to get after it. Todd Withers helps out. Ends up with Boyd. No, it doesn't. This man again, Walter Brown. He's in everything.
I think Boyd thought he had a wide open layup there, and he was quiet with the sneaky toes behind him. Picked his pocket.
Max Darling, he finishes off. He's fouled. He's got the bonus at the Racine line coming up, and just like that, the Rams have steadied once again.
They've steadied. That's a great way to put this. They just keep finding an answer. And if that answer isn't a bucket, it's an offensive rebound. It's a steal. And then eventually we get to this point where they have a chance of a three-point play, and Max Darling converts. 6 points.
19 in the game tonight for Max Darling. 7 rebounds. 2 triples.
And they've got 6 points on their last 2 positions. That quarter through from Detch, and now they're converted and won. But also, it was almost like a 5-point swing. You know, they had that outlet there. Trey Boyd thought he had a wide open layup, and Walter Brown was there and, you know, stopped that 2 points, and then found themselves on the line. And we said this as well. Find big Sammy Timmons. It's like clockwork down there. Just got to find him.
13 points. Aggressive Larry Austin cannon into Todd Withers, who again is clutching that chest. He's banged up tonight. Here's Williams for 3. And the crowd up and about for that one, finding some voice. Back to 11, just over 3 to play.
And they needed that. Just a quick one. There's 3 minutes left in this ball game. Can't muck around with the ball anymore.
And they did. Up they go. And a finish for Trey Boyd. Timeout call. Judd Flavel wants to have a chat.
Hello.
Single digits, 9 points. It's been a long, long time since we've been looking at a single-digit lead.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you start to tighten up. You're on the road. You've had the lead all game long. Couple easy baskets for the Nuggets. The crowd gets back into this one. Still 3 minutes to go in this ball game. You know, they've had an answer, and I think this is a great timeout from Coach Judd Flavel. You know, sometimes you push it out 1, maybe 2 positions too long. No, I think he called this at the exact right time. Just to try and put a bit of a pause on that momentum, but if they can come out here, get another stop, get another easy transition basket. Geez, we've got a ball game. But in saying that, the Rams have had an answer all game long.
I know it hasn't been a good shooting night tonight for Trey Boyd. He's 5 of 20 from the field, 0 of 10 from behind the arc, but he's also got 5 steals.
Wow, he does too.
None better than that one we just saw that's led to this timeout.
And the other thing was he had 3 turnovers early in the first quarter. He hasn't turned the ball over since.
Through the middle quarters, second and third quarters, 49-26 run by the Rams. The Nuggets with a 21-14 quarter here so far. It's back to 9. Could the unthinkable happen, Brooke Roscoe?
Well, we've seen it before in this league, and yeah, that's why, man, we're privileged to come here every single night and just talk about basketball and watch games like this.
And they nearly got it back. Keith Williams having a chuckle.
You got to force the issue. You have to force the issue at this point of the game when you're down 9. Make the refs make the call.
Trey Boyd, he's not happy with the conversation that's taking place at the moment. He's still chatting about it as well. 2:44 to play, 9-point ball game. Nuggets need to get a stop.
What I will say, win or lose this game, I think the Nuggets will be in the playoffs.
I think they'll definitely be in the playoffs. Here's Sunday Detch. Can he wrap it up tonight?
The answer.
Back out to 11.
I think they'll definitely be in the playoffs. And if they're at full strength, I think they're a team that no one wants to play. The reason I say that is 3 outstanding guards. You got big Sammy Timmons. You welcome back Nico. Big play.
Look out.
Way to get that ball back.
Nico McCullough to come back in next week.
Yeah,
right?
you welcome him back in there. That spark plug that they need. But this man right here, I know he hasn't had a great game. I'm extremely aware of that. He's going 5 of 20 right now. But you can see in what he has done tonight that he is extremely capable. He had 28 in his first game out. You only need to win 2, maybe 3 games. This team is capable of beating any team, and if he's rolling at that time of the season, they can be enough to win this competition.
Both teams in the bonus. Oh, Max Darling got it back. Tough stuff. Second effort was good. Couldn't finish though. Leads at 8. Look out. Great pass. Aitchison keeps it in. Yes, he does. Trey Boyd to bring it back to 6. He's missed it. Aitchison. They go again. Withers. This would be massive. Can't finish. Aitchison again. How's the effort from Josh Aitchison to keep it alive for the Nuggets? A third time they make it. Wow. Josh Aitchison, that's your basket, son.
Absolutely, the hustle. He earned that basket. I think they caught a 2-pointer on that. They need to get out, though. There's only 90 seconds in this game. You're down 6.
We got a ball game just like that. Can Austin reply? Sammy says no. Get out of here, Sam Timmons.
And this 1-3-1's caused a bit of a problem here for the Rams. And late in this ball game.
This is why you got to love the Cells NBL.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, the thing about this as well is sometimes when it gets to this point of the ball game, you kind of go into your shell. You know, you don't go back to what was working. You try and close this game out. You try and slow it down. And this is just a gentle reminder that you need to keep playing.
Nuggets have to get a stop. They've got to be clean. Both teams in the bonus. Sunday Detch wants to finish and he bounces off. Keith Williams and finishes. What a big basket by the Aussie, Sunday Detch.
2 things I love there. There was a chance there that the refs could have caught a foul and put him on the line. Let the boys play. Close this one out. I like that they didn't call that right there. Because that was a good, strong move. Didn't look like much of a foul to me. Let the boys play this one out. The other one, we've talked about the important guards in the Cells NBL. We talked about Jared West is a bit of a given right now. Corey Webster's a bit of a given right now. Sunday Detch is there or thereabouts. And the one thing that we were saying,
He's in MVP conversations, bro.
that's it. The one thing we were saying was, it's just where they're sitting on the ladder right now. If they can get that consistency is what the coach Jump Level was after. He's most definitely, without a doubt, no hesitation in my voice, he is in that conversation. And he's done 2 other things in this game. He's closed this one out. He's had the answer for everything, whether it's been with an assist or finishing on the rim. He has closed this game out extremely well and had an answer for the Rams.
10 rebounds tonight, Sunday, Ditch.
Chuck that in there as well. And defensively, Jared West is superb defensively. So is Sunday Ditch. If I'm being honest with you, and Corey will say this as well, the Franklin Bulls do a good job of looking after Corey on the defensive end, allowing him to be the Corey Webster that we know and love on the offensive end.
They're still in at the Nuggets. 8-point ball game. They've got to score this time down the floor. 76 seconds to play. Both teams in the bonus. Nail-biting stuff. It's never over until it's over.
You know, I will say this about Sunday Ditch, though. Only 3 steals tonight. Come on, man.
Give him a break. Big chance on the inbound. Aitchison to Withers.
Wow. That was the best miss I've ever seen.
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There he is, Withers curling over the back of Moyer. Get up. He has been pummeled tonight, Todd Withers.
Oh, great pass.
Just watch his body language here. He can hardly move at the moment.
And maybe that's it. Maybe there's something that I don't know of. You know, I've been a bit rough on him all game long because I've just kind of harped on this to get into the paint.
Well, the good news is he's not going to need an ice bath after the game. He only has to step outside in the car park.
Freezing cold out here. Hot cold to through the roof.
And you can see him grabbing the chest again. He's clearly done something to the pec or the shoulder, or he's in pain, but he's managed to take both shots and make both from the Racine line. Game's at 6.
They need to. A stop is a must right here.
Maybe use some time here for the Rams, you would think. Williams nearly had it then. Detch will slow things down. They're going to use the clock. Smart play. Sunday Detch. He's an experienced campaigner. He may have bounced it off his own foot. He has. They've got it back, the Nuggets. 54.8. Trey Boyd telling the crowd to get up. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here it is. Right there. Off the right boot.
You know what we missed? Matt Moyer fouled out again.
Did a little bit more tonight, though.
He did. Did he what? Showed up tonight.
Love the hustle of Larry Austin on debut as well. Keep an eye on him if you're a Rams fan for the remainder of this season. Putting some pressure on Trey Boyd. 2-on-1. Aitchison now. Gee, a big 3 here would make things interesting. Withers. Williams. Nearly a loose pass. Williams wants to go over the top of Brown. He can't convert. With the closeout, Walter Brown making it tough.
It's just been one of those nights, and I have kind of watched as he makes his way back on here. As Walter Brown has played so well that they had to leave him out there tonight. And the question was, who do you sub off? And he's made his way to the bench now. Maybe it's a little bit of an offensive defensive thing here, but Taylor Britt wasn't in there to close out their 4th quarter. And
well, that's how well Walter's played tonight.
Yeah, credit to him.
Here's a stat for you. Nuggets, beyond the arc. They are the worst shooting team from beyond the arc in the Cells NBL. They go at 28% tonight. 3 of 29. After that last one, 3 of 29. Foul Trey Boyd wraps up Taylor Britt.
I'm no mathematician, but that's got to be under 10%.
It is under 10%.
3 of 29.
Here's the foul. 35 seconds to play.
You got to ask the question, who's that on? You know, when you're 3 of 29, is that on the players to make better decisions?
Trey Boyd's none of 10. Keith Williams, 1 of 6. Todd Withers, 2 of 9.
But does the coach have to say something at that point?
Well, I like what you were talking about earlier, just that change-up, get to the rack.
Yeah. Especially when I guess you've struggled all season long from long distance behind the arc, and nothing seems to change in that game as well.
Coach Brent Matahati taking this opportunity to speak to his players. Nothing wrong with that. Sunday Detch at the Resine line. There is Coach Brent Matahati just using this opportunity to draw up the next play. It's going to have to be a good one from here. 35 seconds to play. You just can't sit still, can you?
No, I can't. What a game we've had.
Make sure you join us tomorrow night. Andrew Mulligan. In fact, unsportsmanlike foul called there in the end on that wrap-up against Trey Boyd, and he might be out of the game. That's his 5th, so he's done.
I struggle with those calls. It might be the right call.
Well, you can see what Trey Boyd thinks about it. He's gone. He's headed to the showers. He's had enough.
And that might be the best thing. Just get out of here and clear your head before you say something and you're out for another game. But I just struggle with those calls because he's trying to foul earlier, couldn't get the foul, forced him to almost do something.
Well, the question is, was he going after the ball? I mean, that's the question. I think Trey Boyd has gone after the ball all night. He's got 5 steals.
You're absolutely correct. I just struggle. When the game's in the balance like this, that's when I struggle with a call like that.
Well, it may have actually been a technique, and I'm not sure what's happened there, but now we've got the lineup for the actual foul, so
I think I heard unsportsmanlike foul. And this is I gave credit to the refs before by letting the boys play, and that one you just don't want to be. When you don't have to take over a game and make the game about free throws, and you make calls that you don't need to necessarily make. And maybe this is me not being a purist, but just loving the spectacle of the game.
it's at 7.
It's been a little bit selfish.
That's okay, you've earned it. There's Keith Williams off the glass. He can't finish. Loose ball. Foul in the end will go against the Nuggets. And the Rams seemingly have done enough to get this one tonight. It's been a tough contest, bruising affair. No easy games in the Cells NBL. And tonight has been evidence of that. As I was saying before, tomorrow night, the games just keep coming thick and fast. Tuatara and the Giants, can't wait for that one. Casey Frank joining Mulls.
Who have you got for that one?
I've got Giants.
You have been a big Giants fan all year long.
I'm really high on the Giants this season.
And rightfully so.
8-point margin, turnover. Detch in the middle of it, can't control. Knox for the triple. Well, that's the night it's been for the Nuggets from downtown. This will finish it off. Larry Austin, happy to make contact. Todd Withers just bangs it away. Sunday Detch will get a late shot, and that'll do us. Very apt that it ends up with a Sunday Detch triple. 11-point margin in the end. With a bit to prove tonight after 2 home losses, the Rams on a Southern double get the first one, and a big scalp as well against the Nuggets. They win at 88-77. Brooke Rusco.
I don't know if it was a must win just yet, but that was a huge win for the Canterbury Rams, but job not done just yet. They'll get in, recover tomorrow nice and early. They've got a big weekend. That's one done. They need to go and get the second win against the Southland Sharks. It's going to be a huge game down in Invercargill. They always turn it on in Invercargill, but they need to go and get their second one. But, great start. Sunday Detch, 23 points, 10 rebounds. Lackluster on the defensive end with only 3 steals tonight. Come on, man. You're better than that. But just proving his worth in this league.
Let's have a look at the stats as the kids hit the floor tonight. Williams had 22, Detch with 23. Have a look at the Rams spread, though. Darling 19. What about downtown Walter Brown tonight?
MVP. They did a few things, though. We talked about the effort, the hustle, found himself in the right place at the right time, scored the ball well, but just gave his coach a reason to play him more.
And he had 7 rebounds as well. Matt Moyer played a lot more tonight. He was good to see. What did you make of Larry Austin on debut?
Good, solid defensively. They were hounds all game long. I guess did his job. They got the win.
Josh Aitchison was in and amongst it. Some big plays down the stretch. Good to see him hitting some form as well. Let's have a look at the blocks. Todd Withers with a couple, including that big one right at the end. You heard the thud as he whacked the ball away. And I always love seeing the steals. There you go. Trey Boyd did a bit of that tonight, but he couldn't find his shot.
No, he couldn't at all. And we talked about it. Did not die wondering when 5 of 21, 5 of 11 from deep. 0 of 10 from deep. Ended up on 13 points, 21 shots. Had 5 steals, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, but you're right, just couldn't get it going tonight. And we know he can. First game out at 28, and that's why I said before, if they make the playoffs and he can get rolling, watch out. Watch out. But you know what's exciting about this team and the Rams is that Taylor Burke only had 8 points on 23 minutes, and he's one of their, their leading players all year long. So
look at this for a schedule in round 9. We mentioned it, Tuatara Giants tomorrow night. Ayers and Jets with the early game on Saturday. Jets in some form right now. Ayers, 12-hour road trip last week to get to Hawke's Bay. Came home with the loss. Sharks and Rams, the big Saturday night game. Bright lights down there, live on Prime across the country as well.
Did you say the Ayers had a 12-hour trip to
12-hour trip
to Hawke's Bay?
Yeah, they flew to
well, that's a problem.
Flew to Napier, got turned around as they could barely see the runway, and then had to drive.
Get in the car, boys.
How about this? Ta'ihi Basketball Aotearoa tips off next Wednesday. It'll be the Poakai up against the Hoi Hawks.
So
every
exciting.
game live on Sky Sport with thanks to GJ Gardner-Holmes. Can't wait for that to start.
Oh, and we're right there. We're knocking on the door, and we said the quality that we are going to see with New Zealand women's basketball in 2022 is going to be a product that we haven't seen before for a couple of reasons. One, our tall ferns are coming back home. How good to see those girls back out there and playing.
Yes.
Also welcome them with some imports, with some huge names.
Love it.
And some coaches that we've never seen be a part of this league as well. So it's massive, it's awesome, and we get the chance to see it every week. What a time.
Can't wait. Always look forward to catching up with you as well, Brooke Rusco.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, mate. Pleasure's all mine.
You're an absolute star in the Sky Sport commentary box. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight, folks. A win for the Rams. What a start to their Southern double. And after a couple of losses at home, look out. They've made a statement tonight.
Walter Brown is here.
They get up by 11. More Sal's NBL action coming your way tomorrow night. Make sure you join us for that one. Tuatara and Giants Friday night under lights in the Sal's NBL. We'll see you then.